Lawmakers are disagreeing on several relief provisions of President Biden's package. A top aide to Vermont Senator Bernie Sanders called Joe Manchin a phony after the West Virginia senator called for action to lower prescription prices. Bernie Sanders, staff director for the Budget Committee, tweeted that Manchin's call for prescription pricing was empty, given the senator opposed President Biden's package. In a Twitter post, Senator Sanders' aide wrote, "The reason we failed to keep our promises is because of Joe Manchin." Now, Manchin has long supported action to lowering prescription prices, but it remains to be seen if he can reach a deal with Democratic leaders on a broader package that would include the pricing of reform. Because of Republican opposition, any measure must use the reconciliation process to bypass the GOP filibuster in the Senate. Action to allow Medicare to negotiate lower prescription prices is a top priority for vulnerable Democrats ahead of the midterms, and getting action on that front is a reason that some Democrats still hold out some hope for legislation to pass this year. Sinema, another key moderate swing vote, has been a greater question mark on sweeping prescription pricing action, though she did reach a deal with Democratic leaders in the fall to allow for Medicare to negotiate lower prices for a limited subset of prescriptions. Taxpayers this year have plenty of worries about their tax refunds, including fears they may get a smaller check than usual. The tax agency recently said the average refund is about $2,300. Chuck Rettig told a subcommittee of the Senate Appropriations Committee last month that the agency planned to hire 10,000 employees, half this year and the other half next year. Rettig also added that the IRS began holding jobs fairs almost immediately after the fiscal
far worse outcomes that were forecast at the beginning of the pandemic in 2020. After the onset of the pandemic, CBO forecast that unemployment would exceed 9% in 2021. Now we're experiencing historically low unemployment. We're also witnessing sharp reductions in the budget deficit, with CBO recently forecasting the largest nominal reduction to the federal deficit in history. According to their projections, the deficit as a share of the economy this year will be at a lower level than CBO projected before the American Rescue Plan passed. Still, we currently face macroeconomic challenges, including unacceptable levels of inflation, as well as the headwinds associated with the disruptions caused by the pandemic's effect on supply chains and the effects of supply-side disturbances to oil and food markets resulting from Russia's war in Ukraine. To dampen inflationary pressures without undermining the strength of the labor market, an appropriate budgetary stance is needed to complement monetary policy actions by the Federal Reserve. Moving forward, elements of the President's proposed legislation, including the clean energy initiatives and plans to reform the prescription drug market, can help lower the costs paid by American consumers.
Is that what you think is going on?
Treasury's been actively working with Congress on many challenges. Most important is our joint response to Russia's illegal and unprovoked war against Ukraine. Treasury is committed to doing what we can to ensure that Putin's brutal war continues to be met with fierce resistance internationally. Alongside more than 30 other partners abroad, accounting for more than half of the world's economy, the U.S. government has imposed unprecedented financial pressure measures on Russia and its leadership. Today, the Kremlin has been cut off from the global financial system. The Russian economy is experiencing severe contraction, with most analysts projecting a double-digit decline in Russian GDP in 2022, and they're experiencing sharply elevated inflation. We're grateful for the strong support of Congress in this endeavor, including its recent provision of $40 billion in security, economic, and humanitarian aid to the people of Ukraine. Our joint resolve is essential